Now, from now on, I'd like to briefly give you a JICA briefing, like kind of toward this program. We would like to share some comments in the beginning. So, can you see this? Okay. Okay. So once again, welcome to JICA online program. We call knowledge co-creation program. Why we call it knowledge co-creation is we are not just providing you a training. We'd like to learn from you. So that means like we learn from each other. So we very appreciate if you participate. Well, means like discussion, like and so on. And at the first of all, we'd like to say that you are nominated by your government officially. That means you are representative of your country, so that we are expecting not as a person from your country, but as a representative. So we'd like you to be on time for the program, and also if we request you to submit some materials, we are expecting you to give us the report and so on. Also, please work hard to achieve the goals that your personal goal and the program goals. Okay. And then, like I said, mainly like to say that to strictly observe the course schedule. That means we are since this online, sometimes some people you may need to work from your office or during work time, but we understand that you are nominated by your government, also your organization. So I know sometimes your boss or your government they ask you to do something, but for this during these 2 weeks, a few days, please be sure to make times for this program. Of course, if you are sick, we don't ask you to be there, but make sure try to be as much as you can. Okay, and if you feel bad, then let us know in advance so that we know that you will be absent instead of just waiting for you. Okay, so anyway, please remember that to strictly observe the course schedule. Yes, and also this point. So this online course, we use video materials and other lecture materials we provide you. But these materials is provided by professors and the university and other organizations. Some materials the lecturers strictly mention that you can use it for only this course, not for other course, not for other purpose. So please do not download and use it for your presentation and so on. Some are allowed, but some are strictly not allowed. So if we want to use it, make sure which one you can use it. Okay. Since this is online course, we can't handle face-to-face, so we need to trust you. So we appreciate you follow this rules of use of materials. and also that we provide you some allowances, but we followed. Once, if you come to Japan, of course, we could provide you based on JICA rules, but in this case, in the online case, we always followed your government rules about allowance. Sometimes they say daily allowance, but some office say no. Basically, we follow the your government laws and with a discussion with like office in your country. So each participant has a different condition. So if you want to know the details, please make a contact with JICA office in your country. And then if like you didn't get the allowance and so on, please make a contact with them and make sure that. Okay. I think you know the JICA office person in charge of your person in charge from your country in JICA office. The application forms that you sent, that's the person, I think, the person in charge. So, like, please make a contact with them about the allowances. Okay. That's some introduction of JICA Yokohama and JICA. And then I will share the JICA president message through the video later. So once, if you have a time, please take a look. It's the welcome message from our president. Okay, and the lastly, please do your best to complete the program, and also please stay safe and stay healthy well, not only for during this program, but also after that. But I'm sure that the COVID-19 in your country is still there too. So make sure that you stay away from the COVID-19 so that we can learn from each other until the end of the program. Okay, that's the message from us, and thank you very much. And now I'd like to pass to Mr. Inuma for the program explanation.
Okay, thank you very much, Ko-san. So now I would like to explain about the component of the program. Okay, today I like to share screens now. Wait a moment, please. Okay, sorry about that. So I have a lot of the work on Zoom and still struggle to how to handle the Zoom. Okay. Anyway, now I would like to explain about this program. So this is an intensive online program. Theme is in sustainable small-scale fisheries for the blue economy. So this is an intensive program. Almost in the 2 weeks program, mostly in the 12 13 days, I believe. So intensively, you learn a lot of things. So experience in the fisheries, experience for how to develop in a small scale fisheries in the context of the blue economy. So you learn a lot of things through this training. Sometimes you feel up to that's kind of the lecture and idea or something. But finally, you are prepared so one of your project idea for the propose in your office for the future development of the program in the small scale fisheries. And if you have a chance, you will propose your project idea for another agency, for JICA or some another country donor agency to realize your project idea. through the experience and running in this training program. That's our expectations. Okay. And today's I would like to explain in the but first of all, I explain what is the ICNet. We are belong to the ICNet. It's one of the consultant firms working for working for with the JICA and the training program and some of the JICA and field project. And I would like to explain in the a program the component and course objective and structures course and component course. And finally, I explain detail in the course schedules. Okay, so first of all, shortly, I would like to explain in the what is ICNet Limited. So we are always working together with JICA and coordinate in the coordinate the development of the project. Okay, Japanese government funded so many development project. So JICA assign us to work for and coordinate that project in your country, some other country, and sometimes we work for that project as a technical expert. So sometimes we also work for a training program like this program. So we invite in many the participants, especially in officers, some leader or the community or leaders, or in certain organizations. So we are visited in Japan in the see around in the Japanese experience, talk together in some person in the Japanese authority and some the officers working for in the some field program in Japan, and you run a lot of things to for and future development in your country. That's the kind of ideas that we are supported that training program. So basically, we are work together in JICAs or some other donors and supporting the development of the program that in the program. So sometimes that we work for in JICA expert in we coordinate this training program, and we also give some the consulting service, and so we arrange to the feasibility studies, or we work for in the monitorings or evaluations or some development of the project funded by JICA or funded by some other agencies. Okay. So we cover a lot of the subject, not only in fisheries, but also agricultures, public health and educations, or some another fields or another field. So fisheries also one of the focus sectors in our company, the ICNet. So in this training program, so we are the authorized to the JICAs. In this program, especially for JICA Yokohama Center, so we work for we give to the some the technical guidance to understand how and develop your ideas, especially for in the small scale the fisheries in the text in the blue economy in this training. So we are also arranged to some lectures. We have already invited some lecture contactors, some of the professors, some of the authority for an fishery development for these lectures. They give to us some several lectures in the different aspect and a different experience on their authorities. And we also set up some discussion sessions among this training participants, also with some authority and university professors, some are the main researcher in the fisheries field. We also give some idea how and prepare and so project to the plans on the manner of the PCA method, project to the cycle management method. After this orientations, I like to give the small lectures, cover up the overall on the project cycle management, especially for so project to the planning. So you also cover up to the, so some idea of the learning to buy the video later on after the this orientation and lectures. And then we also assist in the preparing and writing report in so-called in action plans. So you prepare in the small report as action plans, reflecting in your project ideas. So you already have some idea of what kind of the project you will prepare in this training program through your learning in this program. So we support you to prepare in the project action plan report. That's a very short report. Later on, I show you. I also send you the one of the format, the format and the examples how to prepare in the action plan report. Okay, next is I would like to explain in the course objective. That's a kind of goal of this training program. So this program about a 2-week program, but we packed so many essence and important point in learning effectively in the short time, an important point, an important component during this in the lecture during this training program. The anyhow, so we expected to you and the participant enhance your capacity and planning and implementation of the action plan to promote the blue economy and small-scale fisheries in your country. You have so many issues, so promotions of the blue economies or for small-scale fisheries, especially for the small-scale fishery development, artisanal fisheries, coastal fisheries, community-based fisheries, and so on. So in reflecting to referring to the blue economy, the context, so how you prepare in your project plan as an action plan, we call, so how to prepare in an action plans, and then how to manage action plan. That's point that you run in through this training program. That's the overall goal in this training program. So to achieve so that's a project goal, program goal, we set up the several point of view. One point in so you can analyze characteristics, the potential, and the constraint of the small-scale fisheries development in your countries in the text of the blue economy. So you have given idea, we have some many discussion with you to develop, clarify your ideas, how propose, what point that you will propose small-scale fisheries in your country. That's point to so you learn in through this training program. Second point, to put two, that you can understand and discuss the basic concept of blue economy in the fishery sectors. So blue economy is one of the keyword through in so this training program. So we are regarding to the blue economy. So you understand in the basic concept of the blue economy, how concept blue economy, how to utilize the blue economy concept for the fishery development. So we don't have any concrete idea how the application of the blue economy for the fishery sector, especially in your country. So we learn together. We find out a good way to what kind of concept, how to we can utilize, we can apply for blue economy the approaches for the fishery sector in your country, especially in Japan too. So in Output 3, you can understand and analyze in a particular experience a small scale fishery development. You have already prepared the country report. I hope to that you already mentioned a lot of the issues and the constraint and the problem and the future expectations for development, for the development, small fisheries and development. So you also learned a lot of things, a lot of the practical experience in Japan for small-scale fisheries through these lectures, discussion, and video program. So anyway, please understand in the what's the experiences. So that's a kind of trial application to be applicable for your country. And that's kind of the preparations of the action the plan the report in the distance training program. Finally, output 4, you can prepare a refined action plans for small-scale fishery development in the context of the blue economy in your country. So finally, you will prepare an action plan report, not big report, maybe 5 to 6 pages report. It depends on you if you can add it on to the more than that. So you will present it, so your project ideas, and then we share your project idea and discuss it, so contents of the project idea to be refined in so your action plan in this training the program. Okay, so you have already prepared in the country report. So if you have not prepared, I expect you to you prepare so the basic point of the and especially for project issue or problem in a small scale fishery in your country in a target area, and then you expect your expectation of the future the project. That's a kind of that is a country report. So based on your country report, through in the utilize okay. In this training program, you learned a lot of things through the other many and the approaches. And in the many the program, one important thing to the lectures and discussions. ちょっと待ってくださいね。これですか。Lecture and the discussion is a kind of main component of this training program. Okay. And also we give some idea in project planning method based on the project cycle management. Project cycle management is one of the key methods for planning and managing and evaluation of the development project. So JICA also use in that kind of the method, project cycle management method. So you learned this method in this training program. And then we have already prepared several video program. So I hope to you watch it most video program in your remaining time in the in this program. So you learn a lot of things to Japan experience in the small scale fisheries. And you learn in the lectures and discussion. You also learn in the project planning method. You learn the Japanese small scale fishery experience through the video program. And finally, you take the almost 3 days action plannings. Okay. And then finally, you prepare in an action plans to share in so your project ideas with the JICA school, JICA officers, some Japanese authorities and university professors, some senior researchers, and to be defined in so the project, the ideas, and for and future the project. Okay, future the your activity. Okay. Then we have prepared several and many the lecture series. To this, after the orientations. After the orientation, we take a short break. So I will like to explain in the project planning method on the manner of the project cycle management. Okay. Most lectures are about 2 hours each. So maybe mostly 70% lecture, the 30% in discussion, sharing the comment and ideas. So your participation in this lecture is very important. Not only, so lecturers give some basic idea in a concept of the for in small scale fisheries or blue economies. So you should return in so your comment to lecturers, and then we more develop some ideas for on the titles in the title of the subject of the lectures. Okay, so in the lectures you not only listen to lecturers presentations, but also you shout up to your comment and questions. Kind of interactive communication, interactive discussion is a very important lecture series. Okay, that's why. So please take a memo and you find out some comment and ideas. Your frank, sincere idea and question. Please put on this each and the lectures. Okay, that's a very important point. Okay, not only listens, you also reply in so your comment. Okay, and then later I will explain in the schedule. Okay, first of all, you learn in the blue economy and development concept. So one of the, and secondly, I also prepare in coastal fisheries management. So you understand in basic component approaches or how to manage and coastal fishery activities. Okay, and then you are fishery officers. So in the Japanese in Japan, it is also and fishery administrations in the national level and the local levels. So that's kind of the point you will learn in these lectures. Also, additionally, you learn in the IUU, illegal, unregulated, unlimited and fisheries. So what kind of measure Japanese fishery administration take for preventing and IUU the fisheries activities. And the Satomi concept and the practice in Japan, Satomi is one of the unique component concept to preserving the marine resources as well as in the development in the fisheries activities. So that's kind of the concept you learn into these lectures. We also prepared the one of the video, so you watch the videos later on. And then value chain fisheries products and 6 industrializations. So how to added values in the fisheries products for the marketing in the local fisheries products, fish catch. And then 6 industrialization. Later on, the Professor Baba will explain you what are 6 first industry kind of production sectors in the first, and processing sector in the second sectors, processing in the second sector, and marketing or distributions. Marketing, this is the third sectors. So 1 plus 2 plus 3. So that's a kind of 6. And we call in so combine kind of comprehensive approaches for selling in agriculture product or fishery product from the production, processing, and to the marketing. That's kind of comprehensive approaches for corporate approaching that we call in so sixth industrialization. That's a kind of unique concept in Japan. So that's kind of concept you expect you learn in so through lectures and then the video program. And additionally, I asked so my friend so to give some idea to so eco-friendly the fishery gear and method. And he will explain, Professor Elebata will explain in several the device idea how to catch the fish, respecting to the so fish fisheries resource management. Okay. Urban development also is one of the key component of blue economy, I believe. So one authority, Professor Soejima, she working for the Urban Development and Fishing Committee in Japan. She will share in several case studies and urban development in Japan, in the Fishing Committee in Japan. And microplastics, also microplastics, that's a key issues for coastal resource management, and I think they are reflecting in the blue economy too. So we have several research in Japan side also they promote in the so take some measure to reducing the effect of the ocean microplastics. That's kind of point that you learn in so these lectures. That's a lecture series we have prepared in this training programs. Okay. And also we prepare in the so consultation times and discussion times. Okay. And from today and the day after tomorrow, we make a chance to the interviews in country the interviews to confirm in the country report. So we try to identify some issues, some constraints on the small-scale fishery development and the blue economy and the promotions. So based on these interviews, we find out some important point for develop in action plan in this training program. According to your actual jobs, actual works, your interest, and issues in the target areas. Okay. So it's only 1 hour and 1.5 hour discussions. And each country participant join together. We discuss together. What point that we focus on to learn in this training program and to develop your action plans in this training program. So I hope that each participant to prepare action plans based on your interest issue in a target area. That point will be identified tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. Okay. で、same as interviews country based on the country report, we also analyze an issue and a problem in the small scale fisheries in the context of the blue economy, and also tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. So we work together in the same time, in the same sections. And then we also make a time to the discussions and share the idea in the blue economy development. So each country has a different concept, different practice, experience, so small scale fisheries, and blue economy and promotion and development. So we understand, we share in the sort of your ideas, the practice in your country, especially for the blue economy, and what kind of approaches are better for in the futures development in context of blue economy, we discussed together among the participants. Also, some of the university authority, also professor also attend in the discussion and developing more clarified your idea in the blue economies. And we take a 3 days action plannings and consultations. So based on the, so your interest, your concept of the future project, you prepare the one of the action planning report through this project, this training program. And finally, you will present and share in so your project ideas as and discuss with so other participants and lecturers as an authority in university professors and senior researcher in fisheries development in Japan. Okay. Then we are prepared in the two program because in the, so the time difference, we cover in the so overall all around the world. Okay, some participants from the Asian country, Pacific country, like you. Some participants in attending from some participants will attend this program from African countries. So we cannot arrange in the so it be hard to arrange all participants join together in the one times. So we arrange the two programs, especially for the lectures and discussions. And for the individual consultation, we assign in a separate time for each participant, each countries. So anyway, this we call it the program A for Asian Pacific countries. So especially most program we start to the so 10 a.m. in Japanese standard times and take the 3 to 4 hours. So we take the intensively to arrange the, so all of the program in these times. Okay, so if you cannot this time, well, you can attend in the program B too. Well, we also take a video. So after this training program, we show in the so the program on the YouTubes. So if you miss the watching the lectures, you miss the joining discussions. So you can watch the video on the YouTube after the program. So we are uploading so lectures on the YouTube, and I also send in the link of the YouTube. So in case you cannot attend it, you watch the video. So sometimes you can, okay, network condition is no good. Later on, so you want to watch it, the videos, you can watch the lectures. You can watch the lectures on the video later on. Okay. So don't worry about it. We try to cover up as much as possible. Okay. Let's see in the program. Okay, I have already sent you to this information note. Okay. These training programs are started today and the last day in the 1st December, and almost 2 weeks. So we use the online training tools, especially Zooms, communication with you, and we also set up the videos, interview and consultations. And I also up to many the video program. When you have a time to, so I ask you to watch the videos, on-demand lectures, and virtual visit and on the fishery site. They are already explained in the course leader. We have 3 course leaders, me and Nishiyama, and the professors and Baba. Later on, I would like to introduce you and Professor Baba. Professor Baba was one of the main lecturers in this training program. And the main Zoom, the URL are the links in this room, okay? So we have not changed. And so Zoom, Zoom room. So anyhow, you please access to this Zoom room. So each day, each assigned date, okay? And when we have a work separately, sometimes we separately in the same time, we set up another second Zoom room, third Zoom rooms. So at that time, I would like to inform you in advance, okay, which rooms you will be entered. You will enter and for the consultation and some interviews. I also prepare in the Google Classroom, share the informations to watch this video more easily. So I have already sent you Google Classroom the invitations. So please check again in an invitation the message on the email box, and please enter into Google Classrooms. And even though you cannot enter the Google Classroom, we like to share in the link of the video or share the material or information with the email. So even though you cannot enter in the Google Classroom, you can cover up to the lecture series, these trainings. The later I also prepare the share for online share folders. Now I'm preparing to share folders on the Google Cloud. So you can access the Google Cloud and you can take any information, the lecture material or important material from the share space on the Google Cloud. Later on, I like to send you to the link of the Google Cloud. Okay. That is the time schedules. So time schedule is very complicated because we have 7 countries. I assign 7 countries, assigned a local time for each 7 countries. It's a very complicated. I also sometimes confused. It's a very headache point. So I carefully and set in the time, but if you find a mistake on the schedule, please let me know. If you suppose it is a mistake, you think so, please let me know. Okay. Anyway, we follow into any lecture or meeting on the Japanese time, and also I also fill in a local time here. And as I explained, so we have 2 programs. Program A for Asia Pacific country, Program B and so for African countries. So basically, the Program A and participant 4 and so Fiji and Indonesia. For other participants, join the Program B. Okay. And then today, after the ceremony and orientations, I give almost 1.5 hours and 2 hours lectures on project cycle management, how to prepare the action plan report through this training program. So we give some procedures of the preparation of the action plan. Okay. Tomorrow, 16 is November, Tuesday. So we interviews in a country report. And then Indonesia participant and both of you, please attend in the local time to 10 a.m. on this Zoom room. So we spent about 2 hours to confirm your country report. So at the remaining time please watching the video program. Later on, I show you a link of the video, the program. Okay, and then Inuma and Nishiyama and also join your cover, okay, as facilitators, join that's the interview in facilitators. Okay. And the second days, in the Fiji participant and join in the interviews. So please access to this room and 1 p.m. So 13, 1 p.m. and local times. Okay. And about the 1 hour or sometimes 1.5 hours interviews for identify your key point for develop your action plans. So in Nishiyama to attend to these interviews to discuss together to identify some problem, some issues. Okay. Number 16, the Fiji participant are not assigned to the webinar session. So please concentrate on watching the video of the program. And number 17, Indonesia participant will not be assigned for webinar sessions, interview session. So please watch the video program. Okay. The day 4, the day 7, in the 4 days, we set up, you please join in webinar lecture series called direct lectures. Okay. The first days in the 18th November, Thursday, 2 lectures we have prepared. One in the fishery administration, the major of the IUU fisheries, and Dr. Miyata's and the Japan International Research Center for Agriculture Science. He's the director of the fishery development. So he gives these lectures. So based on his experience to give these lectures, give the lectures. And second lectures and Satomi concept and practice in Japan. Professor Yamao, Hiroshima University, Faculty of Agriculture, he will explain in the Satomi concept and the practice in Japan. Okay. Each lecture in 2 hours, 2 hours. Okay. Okay. Please, in Japan time, so this lecture will start in 10 a.m. So in Indonesia, in 8 a.m. and in Fiji in 1 p.m. Please attend. Please enter the same Zoom room. And then we have 2 direct webinar lectures. Okay, then I will continue to next day. And then second day is in number 19 November. Concept the blue on the term on the title of the concept of the blue economy development. Professor Ishikawa and faculty of the marine science technologies, faculty of the marine science, the Tokai University will give some idea of the some concept of the blue economy development. And the second lectures, and Professor Baba, he also in the project to coordinate, course leader in this training program. He also professor of the Tokyo University Marine Science and Technology, give the lectures of the coastal fishery management in Japan and some other countries. Okay. Please take a break. Please, Saturday, Sunday in the holiday, I will take a rest in the holidays. In the second week, 22 November on a Monday, we also do 2 lectures. One Mr. Ebata, Professor Ebata, in the Faculty of Fisheries at Kagoshima University, gives idea eco-friendly fishing gear and method. And second lectures, we also invited Professor Suejima, he Faculty of Agriculture of the Setsuna University. She gives an woman development lectures on woman development and fishing community, several some actual practice and case studies for an women's group activity in Japan. The last the lecture series day in 23 and November. Okay. And the first lecture in Associate Professor Uchida-san. He also Tokyo University of the Marine Science Technology. He is the authority of the ocean micropractice. So he gives some idea on the issue and measure on the ocean practice plastics. And then the last lecture is Professor Baba also give the lectures on value chain fishery product and 6 industrializations. So in the 4 days, in the same time we start in the 4 hours lectures, each 2 hours lecture. So please attend in same in the Zoom rooms. Okay. After the lecture series, we make a chance to the discussion sessions about the blue economy and development. So among the participants, we will share and present the idea of the blue economy based on your experience. Also, and so some authority and university professor also attended your discussion and share in Japanese experience in terms of the blue economy too. So this discussion also in 2 hours discussion sessions. So please attend the same time. So in Japan Standard Times at 10 a.m., Fiji in 1 p.m., Indonesia in 8 a.m. Okay. So in that time too, we make some the breakout room or some small group. It depends on the participant in attendance. Okay. After the discussions, so we start in we have 3 days action planning the consultations. So based on your interest, your subject, your target subject for a small scale fishery development. So you will prepare one of an action plan and a report. So later on, I will explain in what kind of the report will be prepared. Anyway, through the 3 days, you will prepare the concept of the project idea in small scale fishery development. We are already assigned to the individual consultations. That's a kind of tentative times. So later on, the reshuffle again is possibly. Anyway, please understand tentatively we assign to these Fiji and Indonesian participants in this local times. Okay. In each consultation in 1.5 hours. Okay. Then in 3 days, in the same times, we discuss together. Then afterwards, we are presenting in your action plans report. You are presenting your project ideas, action plan to the and other participants and the lecturers in this training program, and discuss how to define into your project ideas. And this is the assigned time. Okay, so your first day, so in 3rd November, it's a time for your presentation discussion. Please attend in this session. Means this we already prepared 4 hours sessions, but this time only 3 or 4 participants. It's a depend on the time we are adjusting time. Anyway, prepare now with a 4 hours presentation discussion session. Maybe you will present in only 20-30 minutes presentation. After that, 15-20 minutes in the discussion, sometime like that. Later on, we assign the time to presentation, the discussions, time schedules. Okay, in the last day and day 12, in the 1st December, in the Wednesday, this is a presentation discussion for some other participant. So, but if possible, I would like to ask you to attend to this presentation sessions if available. Okay, but in a Fiji participant is very, it's kind of at the midnight, in the midnight at the local time. So if available, please attend in this December sessions. Okay, and that is all the program until the 1st December. Okay, so if you have some questions, so anytime, please, I already send you to that information note and schedule of the program schedule. Please refer to this program schedule and to attend to this program. And then I also send you another list, in the that's video program list. Okay, and then when you have a time, so I would like to ask you to watch this video lectures and videos program. So one of the in these are first pages, and if you want to see in the video, and if you click this link, okay, 待って。And oh, sorry. If you click the link, you can enter the YouTube. Okay, if you click these links, it directly open the browsers. And then you can see in the videos on the YouTube. Okay. So I hope to also watch in the video on the first pages at anyway. Okay. And the virtual visit in the fisheries site in Japan. We are already mentioned to 2 sites. Now editing to one more site for video. So maybe tomorrow I can show in that video on the additionally. And then hopefully to the watch in the video series showing to the fisheries in Japan. Okay. There are some video and JICA and made it and for this training program. Some programs made it by some another organizations for showing to Japanese fisheries activities. Okay. So please watch it. And then JICA also prepared one of the video series for showing to project cycle management. I will explain it later on. So when you have a time to understand in the concept of the project cycle management, especially for JICA training program, please watch these videos and one by one to cover up to understanding to how prepare in an action plans. Okay. Hopefully to see in all the video in the first pages. When you have a time to please arrange a time to watch it. Okay. I also prepare a supplementary the program. That's not the mandatory. However, when you have a time, you are very interested in for that subject, I would like to recommend you to watch that video. Okay. One video in the responsible fisheries lectured by Professor Arimoto at Tokyo University Marine Science Technologies. Second lectures and post-harvest treatment in fish processing. Professor Yoshie in Toyo University, she gives the idea of how to keep the freshness quality of the after the captured fish, and how to add the values for the fisheries by and fish processing. And then fish ground improvement. And Dr. Terashima also gives the lectures on the video. Unfortunately, okay, you can see in the how to manage in the fishing ground by artificial reef or fat fish aggregation device or some other method. They are also prepared one of the video in the project cycle management. Cover up to overall in the participatory the planning in the manner of the project cycle management. But if you have a time to you watch the video, but I will explain in the later on in the important point of the project cycle management, especially for action planning. So, okay. One more things. Wait, one more things. ちょっとね。どうしたらいいんだこっちですか ?OK。いったな。One more things. Okay. And then we are already prepared in Google Classroom to share information some materials smoothly during these lectures. How to access the Google Classroom? We are already sent invitation message, but if you have not received invitation message, please let me know.
So I just want to show you how the Google Classroom looks like. And I think you can now see my screen, right? So you can see the Google Classroom titled Blue Economy for Sustainable Small-Scale Fisheries, A. And as you can see, there are three different categories: stream, classroom, and people. And when you access, I think stream, this is the first page you can see. And what you can see here, it's like update, the daily update, what kind of content is added on in the chronological order. So I think it's better to move on to this classroom. I think this is better structured. So here you can see the contents, what you can find in this classroom, Google Classroom. Now, what you see is all the topics, but you can see it by category. For example, this is a kind of general information from JICA. You can see the speech of the president of JICA. And, this is a briefing that Mr. Fukuo-san, he has just presented to you. So you can get the data from here, right? Afterwards, here under the project cycle management categories, you can see the presentation and the video made by JICA. So this is where you can download all the materials related with project cycle management. And afterwards, even though Inuma-san, he has already explained the link of the YouTube where you can see videos of different categories. Here as well, you can access to the video materials with a title. This is virtual visit to Kisarazu City, that's one. Afterwards, there's a virtual visit to Himi. And there are some, this Himi city is specialized in, I mean, not specialized, but one of the main fisheries method is the setnet. And you can see some explanations about the setnet, and also you can see the setnet operation, actual operation. So I hope it might be something interesting for you. All right, so these are the video related with virtual visit. Afterwards, there's another category, video lecture. And there are some lectures already uploaded and available for you. These are the lectures recorded in the previous training. But somehow I think these are quite relevant for the topic of this training course as well. So if you are interested, you can always look at these things. The first one, responsible fisheries. The second one, it's about the post-harvest and fish processing. The third one, that's fishing ground improvement with some reference to the artificial reef. Right, so these are the materials you can available right now. But as the training goes, maybe Inuma-san or myself, we might add some more materials. So please keep updated. And if you have any difficulties in using this Google Classroom, please let us know. Right, okay, that's all my explanation for now.
So Nishiyama-san will explain about in the program. In case of orientation, so you can see in the you can watch this here. あれなんかずれてんな。バーチャルビデオ。これがここに来てるはずなんだけど。Okay. And if you want to see the video, you just selected one video and click it.
The local government develops resource management policies and approves the regulation.
You can watch the video. And then if you want to see in the some material, for example, okay, video link. You can click it video link here. And if you want to download, you can be downloaded from this page. So open new window. Open new windows. And you can download it. Okay. So all material you can be download. Okay. And as I explained it, so I already sent the video list of the video links. So if you see in the video and from the this list too, if you click it in this link, and so you can enter in the YouTube site. Okay, so it's all. That's how to use in how to use in Google the Classroom. Okay, maybe all of you already entered. Okay, let me give you more time to be explained a little bit, clarify in the lectures. Whyこうなっちゃうんだろうね。不思議。あ、間違えた。どうしてこうなっちゃうんだろうな。すべて、あれ違うな。まだもうちょっと表示設定、スライド、これか。これいいのか。OK。OK. And then we are confirmed in the course schedules. And then after this lecture, these presentations, I give some essence of the project cycle management (PCM). So as I explained in PCM, the standard method and the plan of implementation, monitor, evaluate development project, especially JICA applied to this method. So I was working in this JICA before. I use this PCM methods. Prepare and project planning, also the managing and the project the progress or evaluate the progress, evaluate the project outcome. So you run in the standard method to the project planning this PCM method, And then you will prepare so the draft of the original the action plans for small scale fisheries in your country in this training program. So through referring to the okay, we are try to apply to this PCM method to prepare your action plan. So concrete a project idea and a proposal for development small scale fisheries. Okay. Then you try to understand it, so apply to think to you run the experience this training program for a small scale fishery development in your country. That's a kind of ultimate goal. So we spent 3 days for preparing to the action plan, draft action plan. And then as I explained in an action plan presentation and discussions on the November 13 and 1st December. You will be assigned to November 13, November Tuesdays. You will present your project plan, action plans. And if you're available to please join in second days and the 1st December as observers or observer of this another participant presentations. Okay, so we are the best in so that your participation in the program will be the meaningful and comfortable possible. Okay, that is all to in orientations in overview in this training program.